What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 2 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Arkhan the Black campaign. So as we saw last time, the first episode saw some silly shenanigans going on with the army of the starting enemy faction coming out of Lashik and sieging our capital and then running away, sending Arkhan all around his original territory to try to chase that nonsense down. On the bright side, we did manage to get Rapon Stilianas out in the open in a march stance, crippled her original starting army, which means her original starting units, which were those knights, which is absolutely lovely for us, because we can hopefully just clean up the faction, get a very nice settlement for ourselves with a port and spices right off the bat. Now, that'll be a little bit difficult to hold on to because we don't have much corruption there. But hopefully we can remedy that really soon. Now, between the episodes, I was familiarizing myself with the upgrades a little bit of some of the heroes, and I did notice that the Necrotechs have some interesting stuff, mainly this, Disciple of Asokth. Passive ability, Scorpion Armor, doesn't really matter, but melee attack and speed to all armies faction-wide for Tomb Scorpions. And on top of that, the Disciple of Ualt, income from post-battle loot, charge bonus for Carrion, charge bonus for Dire Wolves and Fellbats, and that's all armies faction-wide, and I do assume that this stacks, which means if we get a ton of Necrotechs and just start spamming this, we could very much make Fellbats and Dire Wolves viable into the late game if we can get them up to something like 50 plus charge bonus, so I'm pretty interested in that. I really would like to use the vampire count units more, as this is an Arkhan playthrough. And let's see. Let's actually assign these points right now. I was going to do that between the episodes, but I feel like since they're early points, we might as well assign them now. Now, I was saying we should probably get... Oh, income from sacking settlements. We probably won't be doing that early on. Let's see what we should get, though. I'm a little bit wary of spending points in Packs of Terror, as I noted last time, but I think Devourers of Flesh we will... Ah, man, I mean, this is a really solid upgrade, whereas this does not seem as good of an upgrade. 8% vigor loss, really not a huge deal. Hexbinder will definitely get, or Spirit Binder. I just got Hex rates on the mind. Is really great, but it's not worth it right now, obviously, because we don't have any of those ghost units. Packs of Terror would be great right off the bat, but that's 2 points invested, and Arkhan is such a wide spread of points that I fear that that might be a waste. Now, there's also these things, but I feel like he has so many points to pop here that we might have to just straight up skip the blue line, as I was saying earlier. Let's get Raised Dead right now, because Raised Dead is just going to be our bread and butter. Let's see, the upgrade will decrease the cooldown and number of uses and miscast chance. It doesn't actually decrease the mana cost, which means I feel like we shouldn't bother getting a second version of it right now. I guess we're gonna have to, that seems relatively useless as well, unless we sack a lot of settlements and then use a special Necrotech to get them back. You know what, we're gonna go for Passage to the Soul Realm, because we do need to buff up our units right away. And then I guess we are going to go for Carrion Swarms after all. I don't like chasing enemy armies around, and the post-battle loot will be helpful early game. But the chasing armies around is the main thing here. So yeah, let's do that. That's for Arkhan. Now, we also have Mr. Lich Priest here. I do love the Nehekaran spells, because they're very spammy, and then you just keep spamming the Restless Dead map-wide healing to everybody. I believe this... Oh, no, it's actually not map-wide. 150 meters. Oh, so we have to keep him in the press. That's a little bit iffy. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'm glad I read that. I actually assumed it was map-wide, but I guess that would be overpowered, wouldn't it? At least the regular Tomb King buff is map-wide. Anyway, we're going to go for Replenish Troops first, and I think we'll pass on this for now. And I guess we're going to get some canopic jars. We gotta start spamming those so that we can unlock legions. In fact, what's the first legion cost? Let's just double check real quickly. The flock is only 100 canopic jars, but they're kind of garbage, as I recall. Actually, 40 and 45. Maybe they were buffed. I mean, it's been a long time since I played the Tomb King, so yeah. And then finally, the Necrotech. You got 4 spells to use. I guess we gotta go for increased mobility. Pop maybe 1 point in the canopic jar holder. And then we will be spamming you. Oh, this might buff What will be worth it? I guess we gotta go restore for now. Just to keep our Tomb Scorpion repaired. Wrath of the Creator versus Stone Shaper. 10 armor, missile resistance. Constant versus 5 melee attack. But you have to be in range, and the Necrotect is really, really fragile. Somebody in the comments last episode suggested the mount to help him keep from dying, and the same for the caster, but it'll be a while before we get to that. I guess we gotta get both of these anyway, so let's go for Wrath of the Creator first, I think. Alright, so that's good. Now, basically this episode is going to be a risk. We're going to risk these guys not attacking the Wizard Caliph's Palace, and we're going to hopefully be able to destroy these guys first. So, to do that, we're first going to recruit our Lord, and the Lord that we will recruit, I guess, is going to be the Scavenger. I don't want Discipline because we don't have the money to... Ooh. We can also go for a Strategist, but it'll be another Lich Priest. I feel like I want a Tomb King right now. Yeah, I think I want a Tomb King. This is great. But we need somebody who can physically fight, because we don't have a Tomb Prince either. Let's go Scavenger for now. We can always replace him later. And the reason I want to get this guy right away is because we can local recruit immediately before we start moving. We'll probably sit here for at least a turn. So let's get him a Fellbat and let's say 3 Skeleton Spears, and then another turn we'll get him 4 more Skeleton Warriors, which will be lovely. And that should be enough time for Arkhan the Black's army to heal. Now we can head both armies to Kofor, hopefully finish off that faction. Now, we do have research to do as well, and I believe I want to do the... Nagakara Warriors, we don't have any. Toombark and Chariot units. If we could just go straight up into the second dynasty and then... but that'll screw up our research rate, right. Nah, we should probably get these first. Fine game. And then we'll go for that as soon as possible, because 3 armies is... Well, 3 is better than 2. Alright, let's go for the Runic Inscriptions. It doesn't seem like much of a buff, but the other ones don't really add anything. Alrighty, so that's that. Another comment suggested we go for this island. I think I will send out our second army to go through that and go back there. This is a mysterious island, which I believe means that there's no battle there. I think shipwrecks have battles, but I'm 100% on that one. Hey, did I not select this? My bad. There we go, and I believe that's all for this turn. We are going to go for the Worship of Diaf, or Diaf, I don't know, for 1 turn, just for the recruitment and the casualty replenishment rate, then we'll switch to building construction cost reduction after that. Hopefully the dwarves will be too afraid to attack us, based on... Oh, you're going for the Wizard's Island, aren't you? Huh. But we have a Oh, no. Non-aggression pact. Oh. Oh, you foolish dwarves. We could ignore you, kill all these guys, betray you later. You know what? I think that's ideal. They can have our 300 money. I don't normally, I'm not normally into allying with the dwarves, but the thing is, we don't have early game armor piercing. That's a real problem in fighting the dwarven warriors and all that jazz, so I really like that. The Tomb Kings suffer from the same problem that the Lizardmen suffer in early game, with a lack of easy access to early armor pierce. Fortunately, we do have the Tomb Scorpion, but it's not enough to take out a complete army. Maybe if we could get another Casket of Souls, but I'd rather not pit the casket against the big old cannon that the dwarves have. Anyway, Highboard of Memory, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If these guys are heading out to the Sorcerer's Islands, they are going to run into... They're not going to be able to take that. We're fine. That's perfectly fine. This place will have the Desert Lookout finished in 1 turn. Even if they attack it, I don't think they can... I don't think they could take it. I'm gonna take a risk here and ignore that. You just leveled up while sitting here, which means another point in Replenish Troops, and I think another point in Canopic Jars. We could go through the through this to get the Skull Storm and stuff. But these are the more expensive spells. I generally like the bread and butter cheaper spells, especially in combination with Arkhan's ability to use the Lures of Death and Vampires, because we can spam Spirit Leech with heals off of both you and Arkhan. Yeah, alright. Alright, let's go for Canopic Jar Holder, I guess. Like so. And then we're going to move Arkhan. Oh, can you hit this in one turn? Nah, you're very close. I actually do wonder if he'd be able to sail out and then hit it. Oh, there's actually not too bad of a army here. And we're still hurt. You know what, I feel like I'd rather not risk it.
Not in this world or the other.
Lashik. Oh. Okay, here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. We're going to move you a wee bit closer. What if this... No, I don't think they'll do that. We're going to move Arkhan all the way over here. And then, hopefully, he can hit this next turn. I'm not 100% certain that he can. I'd rather it not take 2, but since we got that non-aggression pact right now, I think we're better off. So we'll do this. Oh, freaking, I moved the wrong... Moved to the wrong person. Alright, Arkhan, go right here. You have... Oh, you have one more turn of that... Oh, it's just the embedded hero. Okay, good. I thought that was the buff. No. You're going to go right here. And you're going to sit there for one turn. And then we're going to pop you right here. We're going to march stance all the way to Kofar, or we're going to sail all the way to it. It does have walls now, so that's also going to be a problem. And then let's get you a bunch of skeleton warriors. We could wait until this army is fully fleshed out as well. I guess we'll see. We'll see what this army does, see if it sails back, or whether we can ambush. Maybe we can actually use this army as bait to get this army to attack, and 2 Markham beneath the sands and all that sort of jazz. Anyway, that's another end turn. Not too much action off the bat here, but hopefully that'll change. Okay, they did indeed go back, so maybe we can do a... maybe we can pull a fast one on them. Ambusher discovered. Okay, Arkhan, one more turn, I think. Let's see, be at war with the Greybeard's Prospectors. Yeah, I wish. I do wish. Okay, you don't need to heal anymore, so what you're going to do is you're going to move right... Let's say... I don't know, just keep moving close. We got a 40% chance to ambush here only. But it's better than nothing. And let's see, I believe... What's the ambush stance? Stance and 2 beneath the sands. So is that correct? This is ambush defense chance. I guess you just gotta go into regular ambush stance. There's no special ambush stance. Stance corrupted dynasties. Research minus 20%. Summon White King hero to aid you. I take it that's in battle. Arkhan corrupts the great dynasties of old. Interesting. Plus 4% for all vampiric units on faction. Huh, that's a really interesting stance. Type, duration 2 seconds, target self. What the hell does that mean? I take it that is referring to the Summon White King ability, I guess? Okay, whatever. Ambush. See how that works out. The walls are obviously going to be a problem. And then what we'll do is, since I don't think... I don't think these guys can sail out here and attack. At least I hope not. We'll move you right here and see if we can't force them to attack us. And then we're going to get more skeletons for obvious reasons. Just a giant pile of skeletons. We really need those skeleton archers up as well. We are then going to switch the Worship of Joff back to, let's say... The growth might be nice, but we're almost... Oh, actually, we need to get to 3 to upgrade this. I thought it was 2. Damn. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need the growth more. We need this upgraded. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if this ambush works out for us. Come on, little armies. Don't be afraid. Or be afraid, but yes, yes, thank you. And responsive. Oh, she came back and she got a hero as well as 2 units of knights errant. We don't really need to fight this. I feel like we could just auto-resolve now. I don't trust the auto-resolve. I mean, this is going to be a trash battle. We're going to siege the enemies, so there's no need. So we're going to do this. Auto-resolve this fight. I'm quick saving because I never trust it, and I don't want the entire army to explode. Yeah, it's fine. And then we're going to replenish immediately. Most of this army would have died to the Casket of Souls, and then we would have just sent the heroes and the Tomb Scorpion in. Endless March, Canopic Jars, or just heal. Since we don't have any more heals here, I guess we'll heal now. Bind the Souls. Then I take it their main army is going to go back into their city. Or can we attack them outside the city? Find out. Depends which of them moved. Are you in the city? Yeah, you're in the city.
It is forbidden.
Okay, that's fine. And they do have 2 Knights Errant in there. But we can certainly siege this, especially since we're not at war with anybody. What kind of army do they have?
Or the other.
Oh, damn, the upgrade came in. So now they have 2 foot squire units and more archers and stuff. I wonder how long it'll take to siege this before they run out of supplies. Well, I guess we're about to find out. Set you up right here. And yeah, we can't really attack. In fact, if they attack us in the field, it will be a fairly tough battle. But they start suffering attrition in only 3 turns. Beautiful. Okay, we should be just fine. Let's build a battering ram, get some towers up in there, even if we don't necessarily need to use them. We'll probably just batter down the gate with the Tomb Scorpion and kill all their range with our Casket of Souls, which I believe outranges towers. We'll continue siege. Alright, this is going decently so far, unless the dwarves break their own non-aggression pact. And then we'll move up our second army. We also have Fellbats for carrying us on top of the walls, which I also do like. And how are we looking here? We got several more turns of this. Okay. Okay, unassigned skill point. Somebody leveled up again. And once again, it's Arkhan's army. Why are you guys leveling so much? You're not doing anything. Well, not complaining. Alright, now, what do we need to level here? How are we going to use Arkhan? I mean, I feel like you basically have to go Revered Stonemasonry, because not using Ushabti and Great Bow Ushabti is basically gimping yourself, so there's really no reason. On the other hand, I definitely like the Tomb Scorpion thing with that Arkhan's got going on, so we could go this. But we don't get too much use out of the Sepulchral Stalkers, because I'm not sure I'm going to put those into his army. I don't see upgrades to his undead units here, though. I mean, Vampire... Yeah, I know, they're all undead units. The Vampire can't units. You know what I mean. So I guess these are the only buffs for them. It's a little bit unfortunate. The Sun-Scorched Bones does upgrade Tomb Guards, but the upgrade is a little bit lackluster. Maybe we even hold off on this a little bit. We do need to go through both of these lines. I guess we could go Spirit Leech at least 1 point. And then pop one point into Life Leeching. It'll help a wee bit, but honestly, Invocation of the Heck is probably just straight up better. And this will reduce its cost. You know what? We're going to be using this a lot throughout the game, so we might as well just upgrade this first. Let's do that. And what, is there not... Oh, everybody leveled. Okay, okay. Lots of leveling right off the bat. You know what? Let's go for Dark Knowledge. This is going to be helpful. I mean... I can open Jar, and then we'll do that afterwards. There you go. It was only 1 point, so that was easy to choose. And then we can't increase mobility anymore. You know what? Bam can open Jars. There you go. We'll have plenty of points to assign, and I believe that's it for this turn as well. Yeah, we're going to keep going with the growth and the turn. These guys are still out here. Oh, the dwarves are going to get their army destroyed by this gigantic horde of beastmen. Oh, hopefully they don't attack us right after. They may not appreciate the peace we have with the dwarves right now. Okay, so these are... Oh, these upgrade at 2, and this one upgrades at 3. That's what had me confused. Alright, well. Now, Lashik. We could build a potter's hut here. I don't see any special buildings in this place, despite the fact that it's a special location. Yeah, I guess we gotta go walls. Gonna hurt our tax rate, but coastal provinces, there's really not much... Yeah, Lashik is basically gonna have nothing but the spice building. Alright, well, that's it for this. We can... You know, we're just gonna wait here for a few turns. No reason not to. Let's go for Entomb Beneath the Sands, and then we'll go Global Recruitment. If we sit here for 2 turns, which we very well might get something out of it. The AI would be foolish not to attack us.
We fight.
Well, let's just go next turn. Still no enemies attacking us. You know what? Next turn I'm going to check the diplomacy. Oh, speaking of diplomacy.
What I know.
Luther Harkon, trade agreement, and they will give us some money. Yes, please. Yes, everybody's going to hate us for doing this, but we got to ally. Oh, let me guess. You guys want peace now? Ah, foolish. Foolish, foolish. They're not gonna... Oh, what's this? Are more Bretonians coming in? We're gonna attack them right after anyway. Watch them ally and then attack us together. That'd actually be a pretty great battle. I'd love to see it, even as I dread it. And let's see. Oh, man. But we need to upgrade the main province. We need to get those crypt horrors on the field ASAP. So settlement upgrade we're going to ignore. That's another turn skipped, and I believe they should start suffering attrition next turn.
My lady will not allow it.
Alrighty. All this just to get that first siege out of the way. And here we go. Oh, they're all coming in. This is really making me uncomfortable. Oh, we got Burial, leadership for infantry units, and casualty replenishment rate for 10 turns. 10 freaking turns versus a single 100 canopic jars, whereas we get 50 for each battle. Ritual Burial, please. Let's see, what does this say? We have made a great discovery during the course of our excavations. Remains of the army that once served Alcatazar the Conqueror, the last and maybe the greatest of all the priest kings of Nehekara, have been unearthed. It would take but a little magic to raise them to our service. Should we do so, or give them a ritual burial in the classic Nehekaran style? Ritual Burial, please. Nagash would personally raise them, but let's do that. Alrighty, another level for the Necrotect. Increased mobility, beautiful. The canopic jars are maxed out, so we'll go Stone Shaper. And, oh man, do we risk these guys attacking us, or do we just go ourselves? I don't like this. I don't like the fact that they're here. It's making me uncomfortable, as I've already noted. If they march stance... And let's see how much they hate it. Oh, they won't even negotiate, will they? Okay, this guy will. And he's actually okay with us. For now. I'm not going to end so well for him. We could just start trading with him, but we're going to destroy him so soon. It's pretty unnecessary. We risk one more turn. Do we just attack? These guys have not suffered any attrition yet. I would love for them to suffer at least 1 point of attrition, because that'll mean less standing around waiting for the siege to destroy their stuff. Alright, scored one more turn. A little bit risky. We'll see what they do. If they all attack us, they all attack us. We'll see if we can make it work. And moment of truth. I don't see them up here, or maybe they already moved. Okay, there's the Knights of Arrigo. No, they're not going to do anything. Alright, beautiful. And this is researched, so we can now attack. Do the next thing, and let's do it while they're here. We have a decent amount of stuff. Our chance to win is not as good as I thought it would be. AI control. Oh, this is baked into the, I take it, I don't know whether this is baked into the mod or whether this was something added by the last patch, or the last couple patches. Regardless, we're gonna attack. This is gonna have to be a cinematic battle. Alrighty, here we go. Debut siege battle for Mr. Arkhan. Now, this is a fairly interesting battle because we have both of our armies here. I don't expect that Arkhan's going to have a second army in tow for too many episodes, for the simple reason that he's going to get a more elite army quicker. Although I guess we'll see about the other army. The other army is probably going to have to go back and either go around in the water looking for money, because we do make very, very little money as we are Tomb Kings, and that's how they work. And as well, they also need to probably guard our capital as well as some of our newer conquests, especially as we need that vampiric corruption up. Anyway, the first part of this battle is obviously just going to be waiting out the towers. Yes, it's a little bit boring, but we gotta wait for at least a few of them to be destroyed by the Casket of Souls. We do outrange them, and while it would be interesting to charge, which we will do I was about to say momentarily, but it'll actually take a few shots for these towers to go down, as the Casket of Souls fires really slow. You can tell how slow it's firing because we're on fast forward and max, and it still seems like it fires fairly slow. Ah, man. But it's alright. And the enemy do have a fair amount of defending units. I feel like if this was the other way around, the player would have had a very decent chance of winning this. Although the enemy would have a tough time destroying the Scorpion there. If it had set up its archers all along here properly and just waited out the artillery, it probably could have done quite well. Although we do also have these 6 towers, so it's not like they could stop us there. Alright, we're almost ready to assault, and I will be doing a full assault with the entire complement, as in the second army. We're going to charge all of these skeleton warriors that are arranged in such a neat little line. There we go. And the reason I'm doing this, despite the fact that they're going to get hit by these towers, is the fact that we do want to charge up the Realm of Souls, get those heals out, and activate the Ushabti, because honestly, the Ushabti are so effective that losing a few, probably 1,000 of these basic units is not going to be a big deal. Another thing is, this is what I love about undead factions. It feels really good to control them as a horde. Like, you'd think that the greenskins would have like an infinite amount of gobos or something like that, but the way that your units are infinitely replaceable with regards to the Tomb Kings and the vampire counts and all that sort of stuff with Raised Dead, it just feels really nice. That's why they're my favorite factions to play in general. And I've always been really disappointed that you don't get that feeling with the greenskins. Yes, you get the Wa armies, but I don't know. The Wa armies just don't evoke the same kind of feeling to me, because A, they're random, and they're just... yeah. And I don't particularly like the AI control of them either. Anyway, here we go. That's got to be a scary sight. The desert has awoken, and all these skeletons have crawled out of it. So the system here is we are sending the Tomb Scorpion in alone to charge this gate, and it is very, very much equipped to do that, because these guys can't really kill it. We got the entire complement of skeleton warriors and spears charging over here, and also we have the bats. I do love the vampire camps in particular, because you could just have a nice air force. I do miss Vargeists, but that's alright. To just clear the walls straight up. The bats were doing a fairly nice job. They have an insane amount of defensive stats for a early game unit. And they do certainly stick around and just tie up the range units as they're supposed to do. So here we are. They're just annoying them. We do get the enemy foot squires, I believe, coming in. It is indeed the foot squires by those two-handed swords, and I do panic upon seeing that. Plus, as somebody noted in the comments the last episode, the Casket of Souls does indeed hurt your own units, and we do see some damage taken here, so that kind of settles that question. And oh, cool, the first heal, the global heal, has activated, and you can even see the tower glowing from it. And we are also waiting with our 4 lords. Oh, look, I like how they all have different glowing color weapons. This is like the it's like the Tomb King Power Rangers over here. You need a glowing red weapon or something. I amuse myself. And here we go on this side. This bunch of Knights Errant are going to be the problem, but of course, the fact that the enemy can't get them up on the walls is the worst thing for them, because they're the best units that they have, and they're just useless while we take all of the walls. And we also have a decent amount of fire support coming in from just these 2 units. I'm actually pretty glad of that, and here we go. I put all the crypt ghouls into these towers. And honestly, Tomb King Siege Towers, gonna vote them as one of the top best looking ones. Here come the ghouls. Hey, guys, just swing away, please. There you go. And more ghouls over there. Ah, glorious. Man, if we were fighting the Skaven, Warp Lightning on all these, that would be real unfortunate. I'll probably have them eventually. But hey, as I said, infinitely replaceable. Oh, look at these little ghouls. They're doing their job. And we got more over here, and even more over here. Thousands upon thousands of replaceable units. Oh, some nice shield designs over here. I like the fact that there are 2 colors. And, ooh, we got a banner carrier. I think that's from one of the mods. I don't think that's a vanilla thing. I think this is an integrated mod, but I'm not 100% sure. It also could have been added. I just remember there being a mod that did this. Alright, you go, Skellies. The Skellies don't actually need to get any kills. They just need to hold the line and annoy these guys while the ghouls go to town, while the bats rear charge enemies. And oh, the gate has broken open, and we have our Power Ranger force attacking the enemy. the Arkhan. Well, I guess he is a the because he's the only one, but Arkhan's in the middle of the whole thing, and while he's not a great melee fighter, these kind of chaff units aren't going to be doing too much to him, especially as the knights are sitting back here. And then, of course, we do have a decent amount of spell use coming in over here. I was about to say raise dead. I do repeatedly raise dead here. This also allows us to open a sort of lane for the doggos to come in. They do charge the knights, which are actually occupied with our elite, our single elite unit, or our rare unit. I forgot what they were called. The ones that hold the line. Whites of Stonewrath Tarn, yes. I'm not going to remember that one, that's for sure. And then the doggos can mirror charge the knights and do quite a bit of damage here. There we are. Everybody's healing quite nicely. The green glow is actually a little bit annoying because it makes it hard to see the actual battle, as everything is just on green fire. And there we go. This part of the walls appears to have been cleared. I haven't even slowed down this battle very much because we're doing quite well, I think. It's actually probably not necessary. I guess this is the main part of the battle. I do use an invocation in the heck to heal up a little bit, in addition to the regular heals, I believe. But it's mostly for the heroes, not so much for the chaff skeletons that we sent in. There we go, and let's see. We got one unit completely annihilated. Those Spearmen at Arms are at 4 units left. We got another unit, Foot Squires, half HP, and they're about to rout. I think the chain rout is soon to come in. We also have the oh, I missed the summon. The Tomb Scorpion obviously broke in through this gate. There was only a single unit of Tomb Squires here, and as soon as the Tomb Scorpion broke in, I summoned the Ushapti behind them that we were able to summon because of the deaths of all those skeletons, and they just ripped those poor Squires apart. Good job, Ushapti. I'm definitely going to get an Ushapti-themed army where it's basically nothing but Ushapti. That's always fun with the Tomb Kings. And now these knights, probably the most threatening unit on the field. There's what, like half of the units on this flank. They all charge them. I didn't really bother trying to get them to run around and to flank these guys, just because I was looking for at least some casualties. And plus, they were never going to get through all their armor and all that stuff. We can have the Ushapti do it for us. There we go. Knights immediately start dropping as those double Kopesh swings come in. Yeah, you gotta love these freaking things. And I guess, wait, do the summoned constructs get the buffs from the Necrotect? I've always wondered that about summon units. I feel like they don't. I feel like I've checked with regards to regular zombie summons before, with regards to Raised Dead, and I don't remember them getting the summons. Oh, the Tomb Scorpion wants to join the fray. You are welcome to it, Tomb Scorpion. You're going to be around for a long time. I'm going to have to think of a good name for you. Now, for those who don't know, generally with regards to naming units, I like to wait until units basically distinguish themselves in combat, and like naming a bunch of skeletons is pointless unless somebody wants a throwaway name that of things that are just going to die. But regardless, I believe this battle is just about over. This should be the last or second to last unit. That flank all broke apart while we were watching the knights. I mean, we had already seen the chain rout start. I think... Oh, it's just zombies dying over here. Yeah, so that's not a big deal. I really wish that the Raised Dead that Arkhan got, it looked like... It didn't look like Empire zombies. That's a little bit of a gaffe there, I think. Because they look like Empire zombies. Why are there so many Empire zombies here? At least I think they look like Empire zombies, judging by the stripes on the pants. I don't think the... look at the ghouls run. That's just amusing. Yeah, I don't think the Bretonnian peasants look like that, but I swear that there was a unique summoning ability. I think it was Mixus Musion that does it. That summons different looking peasants, but I could be mistaken. Either way, we're done here. This battle should be over any second as the chain rout progresses. We don't actually need to chase anybody. There we go. Speak of the devil, easy a little siege. I did not think it would be as easy as it was, but hey, at least we got to charge the walls, and the enemy had a real bad day.
Yes, his resurrection
Alrighty, there we go. Actually, a lot easier of a battle than I thought it would be. Maybe the siege was actually unnecessary now that I think about it. I guess I trusted the power bar a little too much, and it was... I mean, just look at our losses. And this is considering we charged the walls. I could have waited and just had the Casket of Souls bombard all the towers to death and then probably get even more kills, as it still had ammunition remaining by the end of the battle, which is pretty damn nice, incidentally. And oh, you can see damage dealt. Nice. 40,622. Pretty decent amount of damage. I take it that also counts... I take it that also counts damage done to towers, though. Arkhan, 4,500. That's actually pretty solid as compared to the two heroes. Very nice. More than a lot of these guys. Oh wow, the Crypt Ghouls, damn. They certainly cleaned house. The Crypt Ghouls and the Doggos very much did well, and the Skeleton Archers actually did surprisingly well as well. I didn't think that they would get as many kills as they did. Oh, and also the Bats did well. I didn't think the Skeleton Archers would do as well as they did because they were fighting by shooting on top of the walls, which is generally pretty bad for the arrows hitting the crenellations and them doing nothing. But hey, either way, pretty damn decent battle. We can occupy this. We don't need to sack it. And then we killed in battle. Warrior Bane, yeah, sure, we'll take it. And Man's Ruin, that's fine. Faction destroyed. Chevalier de Lyonesse is gone, so we won't have to deal with them again unless they rebel from here. And oh, we start off with a special thing. Kofor Docks. Growth I like. Campaign movement range. Unit experience gain per turn. Lovely. Too bad this doesn't give us one of those special legions that SFO gives. I do wonder where those are from. Oh, we have an open graves building here, which means we get a little bit more in the way of archers. Wow, that really worked out, didn't it? As long as these guys don't attack us immediately next turn, that really worked out. In fact, I'm almost tempted to attack this guy next turn. Are they allies, though? They are not. And these guys, the Knights of Orgo, have just this one settlement, Virus. And it is and it's not a capital either. Oh, that's incredibly tempting. Now, can these guys... these guys can still move, though. See, the problem there is I was thinking about attacking him with King Kura, but if we do that, they're going to move away, and they'll be too far from us for Arkhan to respond, or to reinforce, which likely means we could still do it next turn if he doesn't... if he doesn't march stance away. We do have that Arkhan debuff to these guys' movement, so... I was just reading this to see if this would help slow these guys' armies down, but it doesn't look like it. Either way, I do believe we're out of time in this episode, unfortunately, already. But next time, we will be just destroying the Bretonnians, clearing them all out. I hope that we can probably do both factions. It really depends on how long it takes to take Al-Haik, because... especially if it gets a 3rd level, which I do expect it will, and with a full stack, it might be a little bit tougher. But we will have more units to help us. We'll have more Skeleton Archers, which I'm going to build right now. Hopefully more Bats. I feel like we need to upgrade that building a little bit more. We can't even recruit them here because we don't have that the base building right now. But either way, this worked out swell. Stay tuned for more Arkhan and yada yada yada. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching. Also, hopefully these guys don't randomly attack the palace before it gets its walls. Still taking a huge risk with that. But yeah, what I just said.